Ryan, not a bad time to come back into the side. I think you're going to be an important player now with both Zorks and Richie not there for the next few weeks.
Yeah, possibly. Obviously, a little bit of experience goes out of the team, so that's something that I can certainly bring. But yeah, I really enjoyed being back out there last weekend. Obviously, it's a really tough team to get into. We're really healthy at the moment, not many injuries. So when you get a chance, you've got to try and take it. And thought I did that on the weekend, and yeah, hopefully can keep doing that going forward.
It's been a long road back for you, despite playing some great footy in VFL, and you were playing fine when you lost your spot a while back.
Yeah.
How do you sort of sum up the journey to get back into the side?
The journey to get back in the side. Well, I guess for me, Marcus Adams was going really well last year, and Darcy Gardner and Harris are clearly mainstays of our footy club. So, I essentially got squeezed out, which is fine. That's what happens. So for me, it was more just making sure I still enjoy myself playing VFL, play really well, so that when an injury or poor form or whatever an opportunity presents, that I'm there to take it. So I find I probably don't ride the wave of getting disappointed every week, not getting selected. It's very much part of the club and the industry that we're in. So, but yeah, as I said, once I did get a chance last weekend, very much enjoyed it, soaked it up, and yeah, hopefully keep my spot.
Is it frustrating to see players like McKenna and Darragh Joyce walk into the club and take a spot that really probably should have been yours in the first place?
Nah, not really. I find I don't try and view it like that. Obviously, when I was younger in my career and potentially in and out of the team, you can get caught into that trap of comparing yourself to other players that are playing. But for us, it's important for me, particularly as a leader of the club, that I'm supportive of those guys. As Dunk said, we've had 5 or 6 new guys come into the club and the team, and certainly they've enhanced our team this year. So, no, I don't look at it that way at all.
What do you have to do to make sure you now stay in there?
I guess keep trying to perform. I'm probably more defensively minded than offensively, so I'm never going to get 20, 25 possessions. That's not my role. So yeah, just try and stop their forwards, and yeah, without trying to be too cliche, play my role a little bit. Try and complement Harris and Jack Payne, who've been going really well. But yeah, we've also got Darcy Gardner, who's only a couple of weeks away. So just do what I can while I'm playing and enjoy it.
You said before how it's hard to get in no matter how well you're playing in the R2s.
Yeah.
Were you a bit anxious coming into this game last week knowing that you had to perform?
No, I wasn't actually. In saying that, so throughout the week, after Fags told me, there was a little bit of as you said, yeah, you got to perform. But then for me, probably at my age, it was more, I don't know how many more times I'm going to play, so make sure I just go out there and really enjoy it. Watched a bit of vision of me playing a few years ago when I was playing really well, just to kind of reinforce that to myself. And so by the time I played on Saturday, I was in a really good headspace, felt really positive, really looking forward to it, and I think I was able to show that on the weekend.
You mentioned your form from a few years ago when you're playing you're playing really well. Where do you think you are now compared to that?
I don't think I'm too far away, to be honest. I still get a lot of confidence from how I play in the VFL. I still get a lot of confidence from a couple of those finals that I played a few years ago when I got to play on Rewalt and Dangerfield. So I know I can play at AFL level. So it's just a matter of showing that when I get out there, and as you said, not worrying about maybe next week someone else could come in for my spot. That's just the reality of being in a really good team. And yeah, you've got to embrace that a little bit.
It's like a real sort of team man. You enjoy that tag.
Yeah, I do, and look, I probably still wouldn't be at the club if I didn't embrace that. 5 out of the last 6 years I've been out of contract. I think I've been dropped as many times as any AFL player currently on a list. So, if I went back to the VFL and spat the dummy, I'd probably be out of the club 3 or 4 years ago. So I very much love being around the club. It gives me great life balance with 2 young kids, and yeah, I like helping out some of the young guys who play in VFL. But then also I really enjoyed playing on the weekend, back playing AFL again.
You mentioned Jack Payne before. How have you seen his sort of development and sort of maybe being if not a permanent member in the top team now, pretty close.
Yeah. It's very exciting for us. Obviously, with Marcus going down at the start of the year, it was quite disappointing and sort of left a big hole. And for Payne, really sort of been in for 2 weeks out, just through the strength of our side. So I think just to get his continuity and his confidence up, the way he's able to mark the ball back, he's such a big guy, so he can play on this sort of tall, athletic guys, which certainly Carlton have got this weekend. So he really complements us, and yeah, hopefully he's got 10-year future at this footy club.
Carlton, what are you expecting from them?
They'll be up and about after beating West Coast. I think Vossi spoke about they want to use it as a bit of a launch pad after a couple of leaner sort of weeks against was it Adelaide and St Kilda. So yeah, they're certainly going to want to get a scalp in us. As Dunk said, they move the ball really well. They've clearly got 2 key targets up forward, which are as good as any in the AFL. So we've got to play. We've got to play our best, but it's exciting. These are the games that you want to play in Friday night footy.
Will you get one of them? Like, sort of, how will that work on like who gets who?
I'm not sure. We haven't got into that depth yet. My thoughts are I wouldn't think so, but I'm not sure. They might go that way.
And how's Marcus Adams? You mentioned him. Sort of, how's he feeling? And do you guys keep in contact with him a lot?
Just sort of odd text messages. I know Fags was keen to have him sort of in and around the club a little bit if he was up for that. I don't think he's necessarily taken that option on. I believe he's doing some study, so he wants some more focus on that, which is fine. But I think he's slowly improving, which is good, which is what you want. Again, I've got no idea whether he'll come back and play ever again, but his overall health is probably the main priority, which I believe is on the rise. So that's good.